I just arrived at the MSC Seashore cruise port in Port Canaveral, Florida. This is my third solo cruise, but it is my second cruise with MSC Cruise Line. And I caught the GoPort shuttle from Orlando International Airport to the cruise terminal, and it took about less than 1 hour. This is the quickest embarkation that I've ever experienced. I arrived super early. My embarkation time was 12 p.m., but we got to the airport around 11, and we were able to walk right on and go straight to our cabins, which was quite nice. This is a first on other cruise ships. You typically have to wait a while before you're able to go to your cabin. But once I received my cruise card, she said you can go right on and you can go straight to your cabin, which was great. I made it on to the MSC Seashore, and I decided to take a photo with Do Re Mi. This portion of the ship was the main atrium. They had different performances taking place throughout the cruise. This area was beautiful, and it was also the place where many people took a lot of photos, especially on those beautiful stairs. As I said, it was pretty early when I arrived on the ship. It was after 11 a.m. and I went straight to my cabin, so you'll get to see a tour of my room. It was a Fantastica balcony room. I initially was supposed to go on this cruise with one of my sisters in the Lord, but she wasn't able to go, so I had them transform the 2 beds into 1 bed. But this is the room. Now you can see what the room looks like with the 2 beds put together. It was pretty comfortable, and the rooms are pretty spacious. I cruised on the MSC Meraviglia, which ports out of New York, and that room was quite spacious, and so was this one. The beverages in the refrigerator were not included. I decided not to purchase a drink package. Had I purchased a drink package, those would have been included, but I chose not to. And each of those drinks remained right in the refrigerator. Here is the market buffet, and it's pretty crowded right now because the buffet is the first place that everybody goes when they embark on a cruise. This is the kids section, which had a variety of items for the children. The buffet had quite a few different food items. If I didn't want to eat in the main dining room, the buffet always has something new for me to try and explore. I was quite pleased. They had a variety of Indian dishes, Indo-Pak cuisine, which was delicious. This area is the jungle pool. It's actually like an indoor section of the cruise. The top part, I think it might open up, but it remained closed the entire time. during our cruise. Maybe it doesn't open up, I'm not sure, but I like that it had these indoor hot tubs and pool. This was upstairs foosball and table tennis. Yeah, it was a nice area. I spent quite a bit of time in here just reading on the side. I spent one day of the cruise I got into the hot tub, and that was the only time I got into any water. I spent a lot of time relaxing. Here is the Hall of Games, the arcade area. Lots of fun games for the children and adults who wants to channel their inner child. This area is the outdoor water park. It was a little bit chilly on a day of embarkation. It was rainy, so we hadn't left yet, so the water is usually going and everything, but this is what the outdoor water park area looks like. It was a little chilly up there too, so I did a quick walkthrough and then went back inside. The dates of my cruise were February 18th to February 25th. It was an 8-day, 7-night cruise. I will be embarking on another cruise on this same ship, the MSC Seashore, June 30th to July 4th, if I'm not mistaken. I'm taking my twin little sisters who will be 7 years old, and they're going to have an amazing time. It'll be their first cruise. Now I'm just continuing my tour. These lights and this little walkway area was quite beautiful. But yeah, enjoy the tour of parts of the ship here. Lots of areas for you to take beautiful photos on this cruise ship. Hot air balloon, a perfect backdrop for some more photos. La Cabaret Rouge, where they had performances taking place each day from like 7 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. And I did not watch not one show or performance in here during the entire cruise. I did, however, get to view quite a few shows in the main theater. As I continue my tour, I came upon the Signature Casino. I don't gamble. However, I was able to pass through this casino a few times in order to get from one part of the ship to the other side. the casino is situated midship. And I can't really recall what deck it was on, but here's the casino. They had a plethora of bars throughout the cruise ship. This section is Times Square. That's what they call it. And now I am up on deck 16 on the Bridge of Sighs. I believe that's the name of it. But you can see right through the bridge. That pool that you see beneath me is the infinity pool. So they had that infinity pool, they had the indoor pool, and then they had the rooftop pool. This was on deck 18. Well, this concludes my brief walkthrough of the cruise ship, and I did not even cover the entire cruise. So here was a brief tour of the MSC Seashore.